Hello and welcome friends and spiritual travelers. This is Mr. Gal, aka Nathan. We're back with another pick a card reading for you today. Today's theme is, what will I be celebrating soon? So it's all about good news coming your way, things getting a little bit better, something that's happening in your life that is worth celebrating. We have 4 piles for you today to choose from. Pile number 1 is with the hematite stone. Pile 2 is with the blue angelite. Pile 3 is with the opalite. And pile 4 is with this beautiful heart crystal, and I have no idea what it's called, so if you know, feel free to let me know in the description box. Remember, this is a general reading, so take only that which resonates with you and leave the rest behind. Thank you all for being here and for supporting my videos. I really appreciate your love and support. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and let's get started with pile number 1 to find out what you will be celebrating in your life very soon. Hello, welcome pile 1 with the lovely hematite stone. Let's find out what you will be celebrating real soon in your life. What good things are coming your way, essentially. We'll start with your oracle cards, and then we'll get onto some tarot cards a little bit later. So your cards. You have number 37, Never-Ending Story. Okay. You have the card of number 29, and Breathe. Ooh, you have the Guardian Angel card, lovely. Your final card is a card of Focus on Your Priorities. Where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. All right. Ooh. Well, I'm already receiving a message for you, pile 1. Just to start with, I have a feeling that this group potentially deals with a lot of anxiety and can easily get quite overwhelmed when you have a lot of things on your plate. This is a group I'm getting from the Never-Ending Story card here. You can see with the little fairy holding her hands to her head as if she's in despair and overthinking, a little bit stressed about her current situation. That tends to be in their head a lot, overthinks a lot about certain situations. Sometimes stresses when you have a lot to do or when things aren't working out for you. Potentially a group that maybe looks too far into the future and worries about what it is that you need to do in order to make the things happen that you want to happen in your future. And I completely understand that, pile 1. I do the same thing. But the older that I get, the more I'm learning to sort of just focus on the here and now and pay attention to the things that you can actually control right now in your current situation. So what I am seeing for you, pile 1, with the Breathe card, number 29 there, and the woman sitting on what looks like a lotus leaf floating in the ocean, meditating, and essentially in prayer is what I see. Along with the Guardian Angels card, and the angel looking as if she's also in prayer too, I am sensing that I'm getting a couple of messages from these cards, and the first one is that right now, because you're going through a time where I sense you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed and stressed, probably feeling a lot like very anxious and as if there's too much on your plate at the moment, or as if you don't have the resources and the strength to get through a really troubling and taxing time at the moment. Your angels and your spirit guides are really supporting you right now to help you through this troubling time, is what I'm seeing. I definitely see heightened connection to spiritual guidance. With the Guardian Angel card here, I'm also drawn to all of the purple in both the Focus on Your Priorities and the Guardian Angel, really indicating like strong spiritual connection related to your third eye and your crown chakra. I see heightened spiritual awareness and heightened spiritual guidance, especially here too with the Focus on Your Priorities card too. You can see the angel here holding the lantern, shining a light through this troubling period. Like, they're supporting you on your journey to get through what I think is probably like a time where you're feeling very, very anxious and overwhelmed. maybe as if you feel that you can't get through this difficult phase in your life. But there is hope, there is light at the end of the tunnel is what I'm definitely seeing. And they're most definitely calling for you to spend some time in meditation and prayer in order to connect to them, so that not only can you actually receive guidance from them more clearly, but I'm also seeing the need for you to take some time out through, I guess, clearing your mind through meditation, or doing something that puts you into a meditative state anyway, pile one, where you can actually just clear your mind and just focus on the now and enjoy being in the moment a little bit, and not getting too far ahead of yourself, which I sense is something that maybe, I guess, gets control of you sometimes. You look too far ahead and start to worry about everything that you need to do in order to, to get on top of the issues that you may have in your life right now. But what I am seeing, this reading is supposed to be about blessings coming your way, in a sense. Like what you can be celebrating soon is the end, absolutely, of a very difficult, troubling cycle. But you have the never-ending story card here, number 3710, which indicates the end of one cycle and the beginning of a new cycle, where I think things are going to get a little bit easier for you, but also because I think you'll be choosing to spend more time looking after your own needs and just focusing on the here and now, looking after, like, really enhancing your connection to spirit, but just taking time to soothe yourself and to breathe and to relax. I see a new phase starting in your life, pile one, where you become in more control of your own perceptions of what's going on in your life, and you learn to sort of let go of all of the worries or those anxious thoughts that you may have ruminating in your head, and just learn to actually be in the moment, to be in the present, and to focus on the things that you can control, to focus on your priorities and start getting on top of them. I do feel that maybe this is a group that stresses a lot about things in your life, and that stress can sometimes prevent you from actually taking control and actually getting on top of those things. But what I am seeing is a new cycle where you actually just sort of let go of those anxious thoughts and start taking action on things and start getting things in order, which I think is really amazing. And what I do sense you'll start to feel is like a lot more a freedom and lightness in you when you start to not only get on top of things that have been bugging you or have been keeping you held back, but just letting go of anxious and negative thoughts. You're changing your thought patterns in a way. And it's all because I think, you're following spiritual guidance and really tapping into a stronger connection that is trying to shine a light on what it is you need to work on and how to get through this troubling time. But B, I think maybe you're choosing to just take some time when you're feeling really, really anxious to clear your thoughts and to center yourself, which I think is really amazing. And if that's something that you need to work on, then there's definitely a calling for you, pile one, to really make sure that you do look after your own mental health, to take some time sometimes to sit and to relax and I guess maybe write down your thoughts if they're getting too much for you. Journaling is a great way for you also, I think, to just release those ruminating thoughts from your head and just to get them out of your head, basically. But most definitely a group that I think could really, really do well from, getting into some sort of meditative routine where you meditate each day or you go for a walk each day so you can center yourself and get on top of your thoughts and work out what it is that you need to do in order to move forward, basically, is what I'm seeing. But most definitely a period of strong spiritual connection with your guardian angels. They're really coming in strong in this reading to let you know that everything will be okay and that they are trying to assist you. So all that you need to do right now too is to ask for help, to spend some time to pray and to ask them what it is that you need to do to get through this phase. And I really think you'll be surprised, pile one, about what comes to mind about how you can get through this period that is probably a little bit stressful for you right now with just a little bit more grace and strength, But most definitely a period coming where I see a new cycle where you feel more in control of your life and you start to just sort of work past your anxious thoughts. And I think that's definitely worth celebrating, absolutely. Moving on from that, pile one, let's get some further messages from your tarot to see what they have to say. Spirit, can we get some further messages for pile number one, who are learning to center themselves and to let go of anxious thoughts, and because of it, they're just having a lot more motivation to move forward. Ooh. Any further messages, please, for pile number one? Okay, absolutely. So the 3 cards that came out for you, first is the 2 of Wands. You have the 4 of Pentacles. And your final card is the 8 of Swords, which is really fascinating because the 8 of Swords is the card in tarot that really represents being stuck in a negative mindset that's preventing you from actually moving forward. You can see the Aquarian here feels like she can't make any progress. She doesn't know which way to go. She feels bound, stuck, and like trapped behind these swords, but it's all in your mind. All you need to do is start like staying in the moment, pile 1. Along with the 4 of Pentacles, which tends to talk about a feeling of lacking or a feeling as if you might lose some things that are really important to you. I just see a group that really overthinks and tends to worry about things that maybe are out of their control in a way. You look too far into the future and start to stress about things that probably won't even eventuate. And it's really holding you back from like living your best life. But the 2 of Wands really indicates to me that there is something that you want to achieve. You have motivation to move forward. And it's in your hands, basically. Like, whatever it is that you want to create in your life is most definitely something that you can create. It's just about you learning to like let go of any negative thoughts and to just focus on the here and now. You're about to start a new journey is what I'm seeing with the 2 of Wands. It's one that's going to take you to like creating the things that you've always wanted in your life, pile 1. It's just about you like letting go of any fear of what may eventuate in the future and just learn to stay in the moment and to take control of the things that you can control right now is what I'm seeing, absolutely. But also definitely a very strong message to try and center yourself and to maybe spend some time in meditation to clear your mind whenever you start to overthink or worrying. But I am absolutely seeing a new cycle coming where things start to like turn around for you and you learn to just like take control and let go of any fear or anxious thoughts that are holding you back, which I just think is really amazing. Good on you, pile 1. Moving on from that, let's get a closeout message for you from the Universe Has Your Back deck. I love this deck. Spirit, can we please get a closeout message for pile number 1 who are breaking free of any anxious thoughts and learning to like just go with the flow, you know, to do what they can do in the moment to get them one step closer to creating the world that they want. There is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. Oh, that's really beautiful. Okay. I do sense too that maybe this is a group that can be quite harsh towards yourself sometimes. Like the way that you talk to yourself in your head, I think pile 1 is also a little bit, can be a little bit negative and down and condescending. But I sense that you are actively in a place now where you're working on those things. You are trying to change your mindset is what I'm getting from this reading. And the more that you do it, I think the easier it'll get. There's nothing sexier than my authentic truth. And the truth is, you're an amazing person that has the ability to really create the life that you want. And I see you really celebrating your own successes very soon. But more importantly, just celebrating the fact that you believe in yourself and you realize that if you choose to be positive and to not buy into those negative thoughts, to cut them down and to stay in the moment, then the world is your oyster, really. And also to continue like paying attention to any spiritual guidance or signs and synchronicities that are coming in at this point in time, because your angels and your spirit guides are really coming in quite strong in this reading, trying to like lead you through what I think has probably been a bit of a dark night of the soul, you know, where you've felt really, really down and out for quite a while. But most definitely I see that ending and things moving forward in your life, which I think is really amazing. So good for you, pile 1. That's all I have for you. I hope it resonated, even though I know it was a bit of a hard message. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I wish you a beautiful day, and let's move on to pile 2. Hello, welcome pile 2 with the lovely blue angel light. Let's find out what you'll be celebrating soon in your life, what good news is coming your way, essentially. We'll start with your oracle cards, and then we'll move on to your tarot cards a little bit later. You have the card of Blessed, number 22, which is a master number. Beautiful. That's lovely. What a beautiful imagery too. This woman just sort of floating on a bubble. Lovely. Or fairy, I should say, anyway. You have number 6 and not for you. Interesting. You have the card of spiritual growth. That's beautiful. Your final card. Woo! Windfall of abundance. Nice. An increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health, and charitable work. Okay, this is a really beautiful reading already. What's really interesting is the Blessed card talks about unknown or unexpected gifts from the universe, from source energy, basically, like unexpected windfalls. So you may be coming into, I guess, more money unexpectedly, pile 2, which is really amazing. Also, I've just seen 22 in pile 2, so 222 might be very significant for you, pile 2, which is all about like balance and harmony, coming into a place where you're feeling like, I guess, everything is sort of working out in your life a little bit more. And I have a feeling that you thoroughly deserve it, because what I am getting with the number 6 here, not for you card, even though it does have a fortune cookie on it, which I think is really interesting, because generally fortune cookies indicate like luck to me. I just sense that maybe there's been something in your life that you've been putting effort and energy into that just wasn't working out the way that you were hoping for. And I think maybe you've come to realize with the spiritual growth card here that you went through a phase in your life where things were a little bit hard for a reason, and it was to learn to grow and evolve, and to learn to like either A, not give up on something when you feel like it's not working out the way that you want, or B, just to have faith that like there's something better around the corner for you. And I really think that like this group is coming into a place where there's a lot of blessings just like starting to fall into place, absolutely, and things that maybe you were least expecting too. I am also receiving a message too that if you were like putting your energy and efforts into something that just wasn't working out, if you finally gotten to a point, pile 2, where you've gone, okay, there must be a reason why this isn't working. I really have faith and trust that something better is out there for me. With the Blessed card and the Windfalls of Abundance card, I think you are being rewarded for finally realizing and putting your faith in something bigger than yourself. And Spirit is trying to guide you towards something that I think will bring you even more joy and will be more fulfilling than the thing that you were previously working on. Like you've got to a point where you're like, this isn't working for me. There must be something better for me. And I see you really like being divinely gifted with something completely unexpected and something so magical that you'll be so grateful that you chose to walk away and leave something behind that just wasn't for you, essentially, not for you. But this is also a really beautiful reading with the Blessed card. This kind of reminds me also of like the Star card in tarot, with the woman just sort of like in meditation, floating on a bubble with stars all around her, like having faith in something bigger than herself in a way. And with spiritual growth, which talks about like coming into a time when you have faith in your purpose and your path in life, and you trust that like you're being guided to making something really beautiful happen in your life in a way. So not only do I sense that like things are going to start falling into place better than you could ever imagine in a way, pile 2, and there will be some unexpected magical gifts being sort of dropped at your lap, is what I'm seeing. But it's also just a phase where I think you have a lot of faith in yourself and your path, and you know that you're on the right path. Things are working out for you, and you feel just truly blessed and grateful for all of the experiences that are coming your way. So a really divinely gifted and magical time in your life where you feel as if everything's kind of working out for you and you know what you're doing. And what more could you want, really? What more is there in life to be celebrated than actually having faith in ourselves and knowing that we are doing something that is both fulfilling but is also really like relates to our soul's purpose, you know, whatever that may be for you, pile 2. I just see a group too with the Blessed card, number 22 and 222 with spiritual growth. They're also a group that is probably like pile 1, very, very divinely guided right now. There's a lot of like you're receiving a lot of downloads is what I'm seeing with the spiritual growth card and her third eye just beaming light here. A lot of downloads from your spirit guides and your angels, like leading you on this path towards, I think, really creating the life that you've always wanted and having a lot of abundance just flow in. But unlike pile one, they were really going through like a really rough phase. I think you're coming into a phase, pile two, where you're being rewarded for all of the hard work that you've persevered through in your past, and for just having faith that there's something better out there for you when something else in the past maybe didn't work out the way that you were hoping for in a way. Truly believing that even though you've been through some hard times in the past, it was all for the greater good, and it's your turn to shine is what I'm seeing, absolutely. In many different ways, you know, it does say here also to support your life purpose. So both the Blessed card and the Windfall of Abundance talk about just trusting that you're on the right path and following your life purpose, which I think is really beautiful. Good for you, pile two. Magical. Moving on from that, let's get some further messages for you from the Rider-Waite Tarot. Spirit, can we get some further messages, please, for pile number two, who are really coming into their own and shining bright is what I'm seeing. Having a lot of things working out for them and just truly trusting that everything is the way it should be right now. And celebrating all of the blessings and abundance flowing towards them right now. Any further messages, please, Spirit, for pile number two? Lucky pile two. It's lovely. I just noticed also you've got the blue angel light too, along with the spiritual growth card. Once again, I just want to reiterate, this is a time of like strong spiritual connection is what I'm saying for you, pile two. So just really trust any downloads or epiphanies or, you know, sudden nuggets of inspiration that you may have, because I think they're most definitely divinely gifted to you from a higher source is what I'm seeing. Any further messages, please, Spirit, for lucky pile two? Any further messages, please, Spirit, for pile number two? I'll try one more. No, okay. You've just got one card. Ooh, and it's the Nine of Pentacles. That's beautiful. Which talks about like independence and wealth and abundance. The Nine of Pentacles is the woman standing in the field. It kind of reminds me of the Windfall card with Santa out in nature, just enjoying like all of the gifts that nature has to offer, you know, really connecting to nature. And the Nine of Pentacles reminds me of that too. I do sense that you're probably receiving a lot of like signs and synchronicities through nature right now, pile two, through maybe some animal totems that are coming up and letting you know that you're on the right path, seeing certain colors or flowers or just having a sense that like the universe and Mother Gaia is communicating to you to let you know that everything is working out in your favor in a way. I just sense this group is feeling really optimistic. Like you found something within you that's leading you towards creating the life that you want. And that is the Nine of Pentacles in general. This woman has created the life she's wanted. She's very proud of what she's managed to achieve, and she's independent and living her best life. And you've got so much to celebrate coming in, pile two. This is really, really magical, and I envy you. This is beautiful. Moving on from that, let's get a closeout message for you from the Universe Has Your Back deck. Spirit, can we please get a closeout message for pile number two, her finding abundance in all forms, you know, just trusting that they're on the right path and that everything is working out in their favor. A closeout message, please, Spirit, for pile number two. Your card. My vibes speak louder than my words. That's lovely. You've transformed, pile two. You've changed. You've moved beyond any sort of heartache or grief or disappointments about things not working out on your path, and really just trusted that better things are coming your way, and you're putting out so much positivity into the world. I really sense that you're inspiring other people around you also, and getting a feeling that like people are really seeing you shine bright, and they commend you on what it is that you've managed to achieve, but where it is that you're going in your life, because you know that you're on the right path and everything's working out the way that you want. Lucky you, pile two. That's all I have for you. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I wish you a beautiful day and good vibes. And I'll see you in the next reading. Let's move on to pile number three. Hello, welcome pile three. You have the opalite. Let's find out what you'll be celebrating real soon, or what good is coming to you, essentially. We'll start with your oracle cards and we'll get some tarot cards a little bit later. The first card is number 36, Come to the Edge. Okay, this card always reminds me of the Fool card in tarot, about taking a leap of faith and trying something new, letting go of any attachments and just trusting that everything will work out okay. You had the Peace card, lovely, number 23. You have the Mother, Father, God card. Interesting, with the woman reaching out to touch the sun. Divine inspiration. Oh, and moonlighting, okay. You can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other job at bay. Sorry, to pay the bills. Oops. Soon, your dream career will take flight and fully support you. Right, this is beautiful. Okay. Wow, pile 3. What I'm seeing for you is you taking a leap of faith. You taking a leap of faith with the Come to the Edge card and really going after something that will bring you a lot of fulfillment in your life. With the Moonlight card here, this does indicate that there's something that you're probably very, very passionate about. And the Mother and Father card talks about divine inspiration and, feeling a spark of desire to go after something new, feeling as if you are protected and that you really want to create something in your life. I just sense that this group has been dabbling in the concept or idea of starting something new, a new project, or maybe even starting your own business, taking a risk or a chance on your own side business or side hustle, or even changing careers, doing something new in a way. And potentially in the past, there's been a little bit of fear surrounding that. Maybe you were worried about whether it would, support you financially or whether it's the right thing for you to do or not. But most definitely, I'm actually just noticing too with the Moonlight card and the Peace card, with the Peace card with the dove, right, which is the totem animals associated with peace. There's also 2 doves here in the Moonlighting card too. I just think you're coming into a place where you're I really think you're getting brave, pile 3, and you're going, you know what? Screw it, I'm going to take a chance on something that I've always wanted to do. I'm going to put myself out there and give this thing that I've always wanted to do a go. And I really see a lot of success coming your way, absolutely. But not only that, I think through you taking a chance and, coming to the edge, like the Fool, really taking a risk and going after the things that you want, it's going to be the most rewarding thing you've probably ever done in your life, is what I'm seeing. Whatever this thing is that you've always wanted to do, that you're about to take a chance on, potentially even create your own business and start bringing in some extra finances on the side. This is something that I think will lead you to feeling so much peace and harmony in your life that maybe you've never had before in the past. Because I think it's something that you're absolutely, most definitely very passionate about. With the Mother, Father, God here, it does indicate to me Mother and Father creation, creative energy, especially reaching out to the sun, which is, I guess, the source of all creation in our solar system. This is something that's going to be very, very fulfilling, and I sense very, very successful for you, and in time will lead to you bringing in more money and more resources that can potentially even end up being your Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you. This is something that I think can turn into a career or some sort of opportunity that supports your life and pays the bills, essentially, and does more than that, I think. They can be very highly successful, absolutely. Along with the Peace card with the egg there, something's about to be cracked open. I just sense a new beginning where you let go of any fear that you may have had in the past previously about whether this is something that you should do or not. And you just take a chance and it really, really works out for you. So in time, I see you celebrating your successes by just having the strength and the courage to go after something that maybe you were unsure about or not knowing whether it will turn out the way that you were hoping for, which I think is really beautiful. Go for it, pile 3, absolutely. Or at least with moonlighting here, if you are concerned about just, completely putting all of your eggs in one basket, in a sense, then maybe you could take some time out from your full-time job, maybe go part-time to spend more time working on the thing that you love, investing more time and energy into the thing that you actually want to create. Or even potentially start studying part-time, at nighttime and on the weekends, so that you can actually garner the knowledge that you need in order to change careers, if that's something that you're thinking about. But there's definitely a message about like starting something new and going after something that you've always wanted to do and just having so much success in the future, shining bright, knowing full well that this thing is like not only like satisfying and fulfilling, but is on the way to achieving so much success and bringing in abundance towards you, which I think is really beautiful. Good on you, Pile 3. Moving on from that, let's get some further messages for you from the Rider-Waite Tarot. Spirit, can we get some further messages, please, for Pile 3 who are being brave and taking a chance on something new, going after something that they've always wanted to do, really trusting in divine guidance that's leading them to do something that they've always wanted. And I really see a lot of peace and harmony in their future, absolutely. Any further messages, please, Spirit, for pile number 3? Lots of creative energy in this deck too, with the egg there and the peace card, and the Mother, Father, God with the Sun. You may be very talented creatively, Pile 3. You may have a creative talent that you've always wanted to invest more time in and are hoping can lead to you becoming, say, an entrepreneur or like an artist or something. Whatever it is that you do that is very artistic or creative, maybe it's even tarot reading, you wanted to start your own YouTube channel, then you're definitely being called to give it a go, because it's something that I think is divinely gifted to you. It's a talent that you're meant to share with the rest of the world. Don't hold back is what I'm seeing. Any further messages, please, Spirit, for pile number 3? Ooh. Any further messages, please, Spirit, for pile number 3? Okay, now they're coming out. Ooh, okay, we'll leave it at that. So there's 3 cards for you. Firstly, of interest, you've got the Two of Pentacles, which talks about balance, right? Balance and harmony. Maybe having more than one income stream, balancing different priorities in a way. So most definitely with the Moonlighting card, there's definitely a suggestion that like starting something new, but investing a little bit of time and energy into something right now and watching it grow over time as you manage to get the balance right between your 2 priorities is the way to go. Like, I also am drawn to, I guess, the waves here in the background, which is generally a message to say that it may not be easy straight away. It will take time to learn to ride the waves and to get to the point where it's all smooth sailing. But I absolutely see that happening in the future. It's just about you starting it, investing more and more time into it over time, and just watching it grow and get bigger and better the more you put into it and the more confidence you gain through it actually taking off is what I'm seeing. Ooh, you have the 8 of Swords too, which came up for pile 1 also. And your final card is the 6 of Wands, which is all about victory and success, right? I do sense there's absolutely a little bit of fear here, pile 3, about taking a chance on something new. You can get in your head a little bit and potentially like stop yourself from moving forward by just worrying too much about what may or may not happen in the future. It's very hard to get the courage to take a chance on something new, to believe that we can and will be successful with it, and to get out of our own way is what I'm seeing. But once again, you have the 6 of Wands. It was the last card to come out, which talks about recognition and success, people wanting to celebrate with you because you've done so well in the thing that you were going after. You're almost being a leader in the sense that like you taking a chance on something new and getting out of your own way, pile 3, is kind of encouraging and inspiring other people to maybe go after the things that they want in life. I definitely see a lot of like inspiration and passion in this group. There's something that you are driven by. There's something that you really want to create in your life. And all you need to do is to just stop allowing these negative thoughts, these thought patterns that are holding you back from getting in the way anymore. Because the 8 of Swords does talk about like changing your mindset and breaking free of these binds and walking away from this sort of like cage that you put yourself in so that you can actually go after the things that will bring you the most happiness and fulfillment in life and bring you peace and harmony. Absolutely. This is a really beautiful reading, pile 3. I just sense in time when you actually start investing in the things that you've always wanted to do, get that balance right, but go after it with the confidence that it will turn out and it will have a lot of success and recognition in the future. You're going to be in such a better place than you ever thought you could be in the past. Lucky you, pile 3. Let's get a close-up message for you from the universe as your back deck, but I think from this reading we can already tell that anyway. It's just about taking that chance, you know, giving it a go and seeing what happens. Breaking free of any sort of restrictions or negative thought patterns that are preventing you from doing the things that you love, really. Here we go. I honor how I want to feel. Beautiful. This really talks about focusing on the positives, the things that are going well in your life, focusing on the feeling of having achieved the things that you want in your future by giving this thing a go, whatever it is for you. Focusing on that feeling of success and fulfillment is what allows the law of attraction to work at its best, you know. It's through like believing and feeling those feelings that makes the universe go, there's something missing in this person's life. I need to give them that because it should be there. They're feeling it. They feel as if it is deserved in their life. And I think that's a really powerful message. Allow yourself to believe in magic, pile 3, and believe that good things can and will happen to you, and just watch the blessings flow your way. Beautiful. That's all I have for you, pile 3. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I wish you a beautiful day. Go after the things that you want now. And let's move on to pile 4. Hello and welcome, pile 4. You have this beautiful white heart-shaped crystal. I don't know what it is though. I'd like to know. If you know, feel free to leave me a message. But let's find out what you'll be celebrating real soon. What good things are coming your way, essentially. We'll start with your oracle cards, and we'll get some tarot cards a little bit later. Your first card is number 28, building blocks. You have number 50, no place like home. Lovely. You have the cut the cords card. Your final card is a card of positivity, faith, and optimism. You open a doorway to positive experiences and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy. Do not allow negative energy or temporary setbacks to interfere with the path that you are on. Keep the faith and keep going. Beautiful. Okay. Ooh, okay. So for you, pile 4, just going to get the harder part of the reading out of the way first. This is about, I guess, what you'll be celebrating real soon in your future. So we'll keep that in mind. But I do sense for you, you've been going through a phase in your life where you're learning to, I guess, get rid of things from your life that you know aren't working for you in a way. And it's really, really hard to do. This could relate to changing sort of negative mindsets, cutting free certain addictions or bad habits or patterns that were preventing you from finding happiness and fulfillment in life, letting go of people from your past or even currently in your current situation that you know are just, you know, not for your greatest good in a sense, or that you just sense are probably not supposed to be in your future. You've kind of got to a point where you know you need to walk away from certain people or situations or places and things that are just preventing you from being the person that you want, where you're free of, I guess, negativity in a way, and where you're living a life where you're at peace with who you are and what it is that you want from life. I sense you're in a process right now with the building blocks card and the cutting the cords card, where you're currently going through a phase of a bit of an inventory and learning to, I guess, really commit to new, more positive practices where you've released negative things from your past, certain addictions or patterns, and are trying very, very hard to stay positive, to believe that good things will come if you work through the things that you know that you need to let go of. With the positivity, faith, and optimism card, this does indicate to me that there is a lot to look forward to, that if you stay positive, if you continue on your path to build a better life for yourself, which is essentially what the building blocks is all about. It's about starting again and getting it right, building a life that is more in alignment with the person that you want to be in the future. You're on the path to finding real inner fulfillment and happiness, is what I'm saying. Because you've got the No Place Like Home card, which talks about like coming into a place where you feel as if you are your authentic self and you're shining bright from within, having let go of certain things and material addictions, certain patterns that were preventing you from being happy, essentially. You've done that, you've moved beyond that, and now you're in a place where you know that you know your worth, you know what it is that you can get through, you know how strong and powerful you are, and you're just feeling amazing as the person that you're supposed to be, is what I'm seeing. So what I'm getting for you, most definitely for you, Pile 4, is that what you'll be celebrating in your future, and not too far away, if you continue to work on yourself and to like believe that good things are coming your way, to change mindsets and to stick to your commitments and to not fall back on bad behaviors, is that you're finding more and more fulfillment and peace within. And I don't think there's anything better in life that we could really ask for in terms of what we want to celebrate, really, is there? Like knowing full well that you are a beautiful, worthy individual, and that you don't need validation from anyone else or from anything else in your life. There's nothing more that we could really ask for, I think. It's lovely that you've got the heart here. I think it's all about you finding self-love, really, like coming into a place where you believe that you have something of worth, that you are valuable, you know your worth, and you know what it is that you want from your future. And I think that is really, really amazing. But I do sense that you're currently on a process of like committing to these things, and you're slowly starting to see more and more how much you can achieve the more you commit to it, is what I'm getting. So keep the faith, keep working is the message here. And absolutely, in time, you'll look back at this time and think, oh my God, I'm so glad I got through that phase. And I'm so glad that I stuck to the things that I know I needed to change in my life. And look at me now. I'm happy. I'm fulfilled. I'm living the life that I've always wanted. And I'm free of these burdens and addictions that were holding me back in the past. And I think there's nothing better that you could ever ask for. And I really, truly resonate with this group in a sense, because I worked through this myself. We've all still got things to work on. There's still things that I need to change, absolutely. But I've been through it too. I've had to start again. I lost my job. I had to give up certain addictions and habits that weren't working for me. I went through like a really dark phase where I was struggling financially and stuff. But things are I'm slowly getting into a place where I feel better about myself because I've committed to making these changes in my life, and I've cut the cords from things that weren't working for me. And I really see that that's what you're doing. So I really commend you, Pile 4, because it's not an easy process, but it is absolutely worth it. Most definitely. Good for you. Moving on from that, Pile 4. Let's have a look at and see what Tarot has to say for you. Spirit, can we get any further messages, please, from the Rider-Waite Tarot deck? I just saw the Three of Cups flip then. I didn't take it, but that generally talks about celebration, basically, which I think is really beautiful. Can we get some further messages, please, for pile number 4, who are making changes and really learning to like put themselves first and feeling bigger and better things about themselves each and every day they learn to commit and change and make healthier habits for themselves. Ooh, any further messages, please, Spirit, for pile number 4? Any further messages, please, Spirit, for pile number 4? One more. Oh, there you go. Okay, so you got 3 cards then. One just came out at the end there. Your first card is the Four of Pentacles, right? Okay, I think this is what you're working through now, pile 4. Four of Pentacles or pile 4. The Four of Pentacles talks about really holding on too tightly to things that maybe aren't within our best interest anymore. Like material attachments to things that we just don't want to let go of. It can be really, really hard to move beyond that. It does talk about security. It's kind of like feeling, it's kind of about being stuck in your comfort zone in a way, and really struggling to move beyond that. But I think this is what you're currently working through. This does indicate to me that there's still things that you need to work on, I think, pile 4. But as I mentioned earlier, like, we're always evolving. We're always learning lessons. We can, our lessons don't end in life, really. You have the 2 of Cups. Beautiful. And your final card, ooh, is the Moon card. Okay. Interesting. So I just sense that, like, there are still things, as I mentioned, that you're working through. The Moon talks about, I guess, confusion or fear. It is a hard process, absolutely, but it's most definitely absolutely worth it, because if you continue to work on yourself and to work beyond your fears and attachments, is what I'm seeing with the Moon and the 4 of Pentacles here, then you're coming into union with yourself with the No Place Like Home card and the 2 of Cups. This does talk about divine union, but what I'm getting is it's divine union with spirit, where you're coming into contact with your higher self and really living the life that you've always wanted and being the most authentic version of yourself, where you're free of any fear and attachments that were preventing you from, like, moving forward in life. This is a really beautiful reading, actually. Also, the Moon card tends to talk about, I guess, trusting in our intuition about changing things that we know we need to change. We may not know what the outcome's going to be, but the Moon is that little beacon of light in the darkness that's shining a light on our path, right? Our path through, I guess, a dark and treacherous time. I just sense that this group has really been through, I guess, the dark night of the soul. Maybe you've been through some really heavy addictions, potentially some mental health issues, depression, anxiety. You're struggling to change these habits, but you are committing and you are giving it a go. It's all about you just sticking and staying positive and really having faith that your life can and will get better. And I really see that what you have to celebrate in the future, pile 4, remembering that you've got the 3 of Cups also that flipped in the deck before, is like coming into a place where you are just feeling happy with the person you are, and you just don't need anything externally to validate your existence. And I think that is just truly, truly magical. So good for you, pile 4. Keep at it, keep working. Trust that you will get through this, and that you are being divinely guided, that you just need to keep committing to the path that you're on. Lovely. Let's get a closeout message for you, pile 4. From the Universe Has Your Back deck. Spirit, can we get a closeout message for pile number 4, who are committing to changing things about themselves that maybe have been really hard in the past, but starting to see the benefits, I think. A closeout message, please, Spirit, for pile number 4. There you go. I am the dreamer of my dream. Lovely. This really indicates to me that you are in control of your own life and destiny, right? Like, I just think you're starting to see that anyway. The more that you actually go down this path and to chase the things that you want, to leave behind things that aren't working for you, the closer you are to getting to your dream life and becoming the person that you want to be in the future. So keep dreaming, pile 4. Keep dreaming and continue to have faith that your life will get better. And soon you'll be celebrating being free of all of these things that were holding you back in the past. Beautiful reading for you, pile 4. I hope that resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I wish you a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.